Why are we so obsessed with a city that likely never existed? And what happens when the myth turns out to be a distorted memory of a real-world apocalypse? Understanding the origin of lost city myths is vital because it reveals how humanity processes trauma on a global scale. We don't just tell stories for fun, we use them to preserve warnings about the dangerous planet we live on. When we look for Atlantis, we aren't just looking for gold, we are looking for the black box recording of a civilization that didn't survive the lottery of geology. History is often just a game of telephone played over thousands of years. Here are the real-world catastrophes that likely whispered the story of Atlantis into Plato's ear. The Thera Eruption, Santorini, around 1600 BCE. This is the strongest candidate. The Minoan civilization was a high-tech, wealthy maritime empire that vanished almost overnight when a volcano exploded with immense force. The resulting tsunamis and ash clouds didn't just kill people, they erased a culture, leaving behind a hole in history that perfectly matches Plato's description of a great power swallowed by the sea. The Black Sea Deluge. At the end of the last ice age, rising sea levels caused the Mediterranean to breach the Bosporus, flooding the Black Sea basin with unimaginable violence. For the people living there, the world literally ended. This event likely fueled not only the Atlantis myth, but also the nearly universal Great Flood stories, found in the Bible and the Epic of Gilgamesh. Doggerland. This was a massive landmass connecting Great Britain to mainland Europe. It was a hunter-gatherer paradise, until it was submerged by rising seas and a massive undersea landslide around 6000 BCE. We are now finding lost tools and bones on the North Sea floor, physical proof of a drowned world. The science of myth-making. The reason these stories endure is due to what we call geomythology. Narrative instinct. Our brains hate randomness. When a city is destroyed by a volcano, we don't say the tectonic plates shifted. We say, the gods were angry because the people became proud. We turn a geological event into a moral lesson. Cultural memory. A catastrophic event creates a flashbulb memory in a population. Even after 50 generations, the echo of the day the sea rose remains in the folklore, becoming more exaggerated and mythical with every century. The survivorship bias of history. We only hear about the lost cities that were spectacular enough to be remembered. For every Atlantis, there are 1,000 small villages that slid into the ocean in silence. Nassim Taleb's Silent Graves of Geography. The takeaway. Atlantis isn't a place on a map, it's a placeholder for human fragility. It represents the moment our mighty atom and our restless ape ambitions collide with the fire below. We study these myths because they remind us that the ground beneath our feet is only solid by our very short-term standards.